Guys, we are back. Known as Basement Podcast, episode God knows what. Here with the usual boys. Got Tom Feedback here, Tyler Fowler. Joined again, our first returning guest.
Am I really?
Yeah.
First returning guest, the legendary.
Ken Flores.
The God-defining.
What's up, fool? I love that guy.
Jim Fannigan, everybody. Jim,
What's going on?
Jimbo.
what a pleasure it is to have you here, sir.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
I said this before. I'll say it again. I can't believe you're leaving this. This is like Central Park. You
Oh,
live in. You're going
this
to
is your
New
first
York.
time in the actual Known as
This
Basement.
is my first time in the actual Known
Oh,
as
that's
Basement.
right, because you
Last
live out of my
time
house.
We
That's
recorded at your
right.
house.
What
It
are
was
the
a little-
thoughts?
I love it here. I mean, it's beautiful. It's everything I thought it would be.
Jim's moving in.
Did you check out the swans?
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta start hanging out with Enzo because now that you're leaving,
Yeah,
I just found out about this place. I need another reason to be here.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
The first time I came here, I was like, man, this place is as big as my apartment.
It's
This
unbelievable.
whole area right
This
here.
where your podcast studio is my condo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nicer.
This is Known as Basement.
This is unbelievable.
I remember when I first, this is years ago now, Luca was kind of talking about moving into the city, and we were like, maybe we were going to live together. He was like, yeah, I think I want to move into the city. And then he was kind of dragging his feet, and then I came out here for the first time, and I go, oh,
Dragging
no
his
wonder
feet.
he's not.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't leave this either.
Are
you
you
know?
kidding me?
Yeah, no, we had conflict of interest, me and Tyler.
You guys were going to live
We-
together? I
we
didn't know
thought-
about
I'm
that.
just kidding. He was, we're fighting.
When was this?
I don't know. This was a couple years ago, Tyler.
That
What
was
do you
like,
say?
must have been when you were.
You had bought that. You had bought
I
your
just
place.
moved in,
and you were
yeah.
like, I have an extra room. Would you want to live there? And I was like, I don't know, man. This guy wears shorts a lot on the podcast. I'm just like,
I'm
I
wearing
don't know if I
pants
could-
for that reason, by the way. I didn't
That's
need
right.
my white
I
translucent legs.
I sent out a memo. I said, hey, we're not doing. Me
Yeah,
and Tom
and you
wore
know what?
shorts last week.
I
Yeah,
played
we
by
did.
my own rules. That's what
I like
happened.
that.
You don't know who you're talking.
Let's go. Yeah, you wore a band shirt. Well, last week I wore a black shirt and shorts, and you wore a band shirt and pants, and
We
now we
flipped.
flipped.
Look at that.
What is that, by
This
the
is
way?
Willie Nelson.
That is Willie Nelson, a
Isn't that
little
kinda cool?
Americana.
It's about
Very
Willie
nice.
Nelson. Shout out.
Shout out, Willie.
Shout
Shout
out
out
our
Willie.
sponsor, Focus. That's our new sponsor. We're
Focus.
trying to get
Focus.
Focus.
It sounds like it's like.
I think it's just Focus, but I like saying it with an accent.
It sounds like
Focus.
it's like ramen broth.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah,
It's,
yeah.
You don't.
it's focus.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Focus.
yeah.
It's, if you say it right,
Focus.
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 Fuck
No, I
this.
think it's more of like an Eastern European thing of like
Oh.
you don't like you want
Focus?
energy,
Yeah.
you focus, bitch. You focus right now. You get a
Love
little
that
bit of no calorie, but also caffeine. Focus, bitch.
Focus, bitch.
I like that a lot
funny.
better.
So a lot of them in front of the Puma store. All right.
Puma is the Euro trash brand.
It is. There's an outlet mall where I live.
I
and
used to love Puma.
I just
Really?
I was
Like we
just someone
said.
smoking out there in a full track
Yeah.
in front of Puma. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
No, I used to because Puma, the shoes were the closest thing to a like martial art kung fu shoe.
Oh sure.
So I would wear the Pumas, like those like the Pumas that look like it came out of like carved out of a rubber tire.
Yeah,
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 You know what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about? They're not even like fashionably forward.
Yeah, yeah. They had like the Goodyear
Yeah,
tire
it looked like
on the
it-
bottom
yeah.
of it.
I
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to,
I
used
had a
to
pair
rock
of those.
with swishy sweatpants and like a t-shirt, like a white kung fu t-shirt. I've looked very Eastern European.
I get
Head
that.
shaved.
Yeah.
Head shaved?
Head
Had the
shaved.
head
Oh,
shaved.
forget
Gold
about that,
chains. You had
Luca.
gold chains.
I had the gold chain.
had
and
that
I'd say,
and you
hey,
shave
you
it.
don't
That's
like
crazy.
what you said?
You had that on your head and you shaved it. That's crazy.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
you had the ability to do that and you were like, no, we'll just go.
I shaved completely bald one time.
That's why.
I can
You
pull
were-
up a
You had
picture.
to be young, right? High school.
I was in high school. It was
Yeah.
good during my Asian cult phase.
Did
of
you-
Kung fu.
Joe, did you know Luca when he was
Do
bald?
you know Skinhead Luca?
He shaved it.
You shaved him?
Oh, you did shave it.
What?
Yeah, I forgot
Whoa.
about that. Yeah.
Wow.
No,
That's
not
how
how
you
met.
met. That's like how relationships in prison.
Random Korean kids go, will you shave my head?
I
This
don't
is
even
not gonna
remember
bode
that.
well for your
Dude,
sponsor,
Joe has a
Manscaped.
memory of an elephant, dude.
Is that
No, this is gonna bode great. If you want
Manscaped
to
is
shave
not
your
gonna
head,
like this. They're gonna make you shave now.
No, I'll put a picture. Maybe I can
How about this
find one.
Manscaped? If you sponsor the pod, Luca will shave his head again.
It's not a bad
with a
idea.
manscape.
No, yeah, okay.
For
No, I'm
cancer.
not doing that.
Yeah,
And you have to
You're
put
not even
the-
shaving your pubes.
Yeah, you have to put the ball deodorant on your head
You
too.
want to strike?
That's supposed to
Hunger
be
strike?
for the pod.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Until-
Jim, will you
until
not
they-
shave your pubes for Manscaped?
Yeah, why not? You know?
Okay.
I mean, I'll make promises I'm not gonna deliver on.
Hell
I'll
Why should
pretend
today
it's
be
for
different?
Manscaped.
Why should today be different than any other day? Yeah.
Yeah, no, golly gee, when I shaved my head, the razor I used was just trash as shit. I wish I had a Manscaped razor.
Yeah,
Golly
Manscaped.
gee, that we're trying to weasel
Clean
the
it up?
sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. You're
And then
doing great.
afterwards, I drank Focus because Focus gives energy.
Bitch.
I wasted a lot of money on Pumas over the years. I would buy
Yeah?
one that like looked cool in the moment,
Yeah.
but then I'd get them home and I'm like, why do we have orange shoes? Don't they also make those Onitsuka Tigers? Is that them also?
No, I used to
Under a
like the
different
Onitsuka
name.
Tigers too, though.
Same thing though. I wasted a lot of money, and I'm like, do I need baby blue kicks? Really? Is that
Yeah.
something I'm gonna wear?
I think you pull it off, Flann.
I had
No?
green and white racing shoes.
It's ridiculous. Right?
they're like
Why?
I have like fat
'cause
feet,
you
and they were
run
like
faster. That's why.
yeah. I wanted to go faster. They had Goodyear on the
Right.
bottom, so it's
Yeah.
It's awesome.
makes you fast.
I'm happy I'm not the only one who's done that.
Yeah,
I have 9 pairs of shoes that I've worn the day I bought them, and that's it.
same.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, now Puma's getting into basketball shoes. I'm like, stay in your lane,
Yeah,
dude.
that's not you.
Yeah, no.
I'll do that with. I'm trying to think. And what's something I buy Enzo that I don't use for? I never wear again. I bought a
Condoms?
vest one time. I bought a vest and I was
Ooh.
like, I'm gonna wear the
That's-
shit out of
I
this
remember
vest.
actually because you were there. Was the time where you were slowly becoming a cartoon character. You were like you were like I have the cowboy hat. I'm doing the pipe, and you got. I think I'm gonna get a vest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
vest.
But it was one of those things where you could wear any one of them at once. You can't put them all together.
Dude, I told you that confidence too. I came over by Tyler's house. I was thinking about maybe buying a beret, or maybe
Right.
or maybe a vest.
That's what I was gonna say. I almost
was
said a
like-
lapel, but it's a
Because I know I
beret.
could see that's the difference between my friendship with Tom, and my friendship with you, Tyler. That's something I could come to you with. I could maybe just a new fashion choice.
Yeah.
Because you're more cisgendered. But Tom is
You're
gonna
saying
roast me
so
for-
you realize you're saying Tom is trans.
Well, that's exactly what's going on here, Tyler.
Wait, so what do you mean that I'm more open to being like, yeah, maybe do the fedora? Tom
You're
would
more
go-
accepting.
Tom would go,
Yeah, you're
stupid.
No, you're more like, except for those purple sunglasses, you really didn't care for them.
hated them.
But most of those, well, they're over there. But most of the time, you're like, oh yeah, good for you. I could see it. Try it. And Tom's like, dude, I would
You're an
beat the
idiot.
shit out of
Yeah.
you if I knew you. If I didn't know
Yeah.
you.
Like you were trying to date my mom.
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
treat you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Gerard
where
Ventus,
was
if you're out
the
there, I will
vest
kill you.
from? It was like expensive too. It was like a fucking.
Which one?
Was it like a snake skin or something like that?
The vest?
Yeah.
Well, I have a vest that was just.
No fucking way. It was snakes.
I
Did
wanted
you
to buy
kill
a
the
leather
snakes?
vest,
Leather vest.
but I didn't. I never bought it.
Wait, we
That's
did this. We did this on the podcast.
That's right,
the
because
leather
Luca
vest.
goes, I want to wear a leather vest and a cowboy hat and a gold chain. By the way, I'm not a gay man, just so you guys know.
Yeah, who are you, Vito from The
They're
Sopranos?
stepping out of the Village People music video, and he goes, not a gay man. He's dressing like all the Village People in one person, and it's like,
that's
not a
literally-
gay
I
man.
can't put them all together.
I
Not
get
a
why
gay
you
man.
can't tell Tom these things. He's
Yeah.
rushing
See?
right now.
Well, dude, not Tyler either. I'm gonna start calling you Jim. Hey, Jim, do you think I could get a?
No, I'll hang up
And
on
Jim's
you.
going to
Yeah.
go, you don't know who you're talking to.
Jim, do you think I could pull off go-go boots?
Yeah, I got platform shoes now.
You've really been going through it this last year, haven't
Yeah,
you? You've been
Lucas.
going through identity crisis.
bought
and
the
we were
beret.
I'll tell you, you fit in New York with
You
that
bought the
vest.
beret?
I bought the beret and I returned it.
Really?
Good.
Good.
After you had worn it,
I saw Michael
You got
Jordan
enough
with the
dumb
beret.
hats.
Michael Jordan can wear anything he wants.
Michael Jordan pulled off a Hitler mustache for like 7 years,
Yeah.
and no one said a word.
He's also,
Yeah,
this
true.
is a big thing we're overlooking, black.
Way to bring race into it, Tyler. We,
Yeah.
we couldn't do one podcast.
Now
without
it's a
bringing in
podcast.
race.
Wow,
and the
that's-
episode starts there.
A lot of people wear berets, and they don't look like us. That's a callback from the last episode.
So tune in, little Easter egg. But
Tyler,
in general,
that's very cisgender of you to
Yeah,
say
it is.
that.
You're absolutely right. Now I'm gaslighting
I'm
Tom
canceled.
for sure.
Jim's
But black dudes generally cooler in everything. You know, beret,
Yeah,
pajamas.
but I sit here. I go. Why? Why can't I be cool too? I'm trying to
500
see-
years, 500 years of slavery, and then you can be cool with the hat.
You know what, Tyler?
okay?
No, I'm trying to break down racial divide by
Yeah.
going, hey, I could wear fun orange suits.
But you gotta just do it then.
Yeah.
Calling Tyler doesn't make it cooler.
Yeah, you have to. You
I
have to
should
have
be calling
confidence.
Brando. Is what I should be
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Yeah, you
You
should
should
get
get a mohawk, Tyler. What do you think?
Yeah,
There
get
we go.
cornrows, Luca. You should just braid your hair up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do the corner. I don't know if I could pull that.
Come on.
I don't think so.
Shave my head again, maybe. I was trying to find a picture, but I also
Word of the day.
we
Word of
should
the
do.
day.
Oh, we've been doing the new thing with the word of the day where he says it and then we take a guess at what it means.
Got it.
Okay. Jurandole.
Jurandol.
Jurandole. It's a noun. Jurandole. Jim, I feel like you'd be good at this. You look like a big Scrabble guy.
Thanks, buddy. I'm not, but I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Jurandole.
Yeah. Who's going first?
What's it?
Can you spell it for us?
Jurandol.
Girandole. Jurandole.
Language
It's
of
a
origin?
noun?
Can you use it in
No.
a sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
The newlyweds found
Wait,
the
no.
most.
It's gonna work.
He goes, what's the definition? Use it in a sentence. It gives the definition
I
away.
was trying to spelling bee it.
Yeah.
Jurandol. It's a noun.
I want to say it sounds like some kind of like It's like a widget of some kind.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you said
Oh,
newlyweds.
it's a noun. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
but I mean, like I'm
Yeah.
thinking like a tool.
I like the word widget.
Thank
It's a
you.
good widget.
It's like a tool or something.
It's
know?
like what I would call it. A synonym would be a bobble of some sort.
See, I was gonna say it's the thing at the top of the wedding cake.
Okay, you want to? Are you ready
Yeah.
for it, Jim? Do you have a guess?
To take a guess? I want to say it's like a bauble's a great word, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's like a decanter of some sort.
Nice.
Ooh,
Do you know what's crazy?
that's
You guys,
the closest guess.
you guys described the word of the day with 2 words that I don't know.
But you knew bauble. That's crazy.
Bauble? I didn't know.
Oh, I thought you knew that when he said
Like
that.
you know
Oh,
a
bobble.
bobblehead?
Oh, like I know a bobblehead.
B-A-U-B-L-E.
a bobble. It's
Like
like
a thing,
It's like,
like
a,
a
it's like
widget.
Yeah.
Which you,
Trinket.
Go ahead.
A girandole can refer to an ornamental branched candlestick, as well as to a pendant earring, usually with 3 ornaments hanging from the central piece. I don't know how we're going to be able to use that throughout the pod.
I actually
I do.
can picture it though. Yeah.
I could picture you wearing a gerundole on your ear,
Ooh,
like a
yeah.
3-ornament earring.
Like I
could
go through a
picture-
David Bowie comedy phase. I
Absolutely.
wear a gerundole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
the dangly
with your leather
earring.
vest.
when you finally lean into being the gay man you always have been. Yeah.
God damn
Lucas,
it.
the first time Luca comes back from New York, we're not going to recognize him at all. He's
Like, Luca, you finally got the vest.
Luca, have you met any girls out in New York? Just boys.
Come on, guys. I'm trying to find a picture of me. Oh, yeah, I found it.
We're
I'll
gonna-
put this into the
yeah,
pod.
We're gonna put
This
yeah,
is
put
good
it in
audio.
the pod.
Wow. Wow. American History X Luca over here. This is terrifying.
I mean, we can all agree.
I don't feel good about this at
One, we can all agree you look terrible.
all. Hideous.
You look terrible.
Was red-eye reduction not in existence?
Well, and somehow you look more racist.
Unbelievable.
Somehow
This
you look.
podcast is sponsored by Focus. You want
my
Focus?
God.
You drink, you bitch.
Are those handcuffs on the shirt?
I thought they were the shears, the scissors that were used to get rid of his hair.
You look like a maggot.
doesn't it?
You look like some type of worm.
Honestly, Luca, you should look at this and be like, you should be so thankful for the hair you have. Because
Yeah.
without
Who's
it,
the girl that took a picture with you?
Oh my God.
That's some lesbian.
Well, yeah, she probably thought you were one.
you look like such white trash.
This is
You look like such
unbelievable.
white
Holy
trash.
I can't stop staring
without
into your
hair.
red eyes. You're Satan himself.
I
in
think if
this
you
picture.
scroll, you could find it. I'll find another one.
This guy, the farmer over your shoulder is like, what is going on here?
It was a country party.
Was it? What
country
country were you
party.
representing? Oh my, a racist one for
Lithuania.
sure.
Oh my god.
This is I can't.
You look like you're like selling pills in a trailer park. You know?
Oh my God.
Is this?
A country party. What? Luca,
I
what
get
are you
why
gonna
you
wear?
started
I got a
wearing
white
hats.
T-shirt.
Who were you mad at this time of your life? Who
I was going through a
himself.
Kenny Chesney phase, and he was bald.
You're wearing an undershirt to a concert.
Wait, hilarious. So you go, Kenny Chesney was bald, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
Like, not even trying to
Honestly-
be a dick, but you look like a patient.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was about to say.
I think my mom cried, or my grandma cried. Somebody
They go,
cried.
oh my
didn't
god,
cry?
how long do you have?
didn't love you enough to cry.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
relatives are like, this is
I'm
fine.
crying laughing.
How long do you have?
I do look like a worm. I look like some kind of alien.
It doesn't look good. I'll say that.
Unbelievable.
It doesn't look good at all, dude.
This is.
Who was I talking to? Oh, yeah, my cousin. He's going bald. I saw him at 4th of July, and he was like, I'm on Rogaine. I'm like, yeah, but his dad was bald. I'm like, or his dad's bald. I'm like, you could pull off the bald head. I said, if I went bald, I'd look like.
Yeah,
And
you
I
look
thought
like
of
shit.
that picture.
Yeah.
I look like I used to.
You
It
look like
wasn't good.
You look like have you ever went fishing and used grubs? You
Funny.
look like a grub.
That's another great word, a grub.
Grub.
Now you imagine me with the bald head, little gerundole.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gerundole.
You look like you're in the Texas Buyers Club. Dallas Buyers Club.
You look like
That
Dr.
movie's about
Evil.
AIDS.
Unbelievable.
You look like Dr. Evil, dude. It's fucking.
You just watched American History X and was like, I could do this. All right.
Blame this guy. He fucking did it. He shaved it.
Hey, you did great work.
Yeah.
You got all the hair off.
Yeah, I did miss a
Left
spot.
Nothing.
No, I was
Manscaped's
like-
got nothing on you.
I did it with my kung fu buddies. We were doing a big
You used
show.
a samurai
Wait,
to
what?
cut your hair.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing a big show.
Yeah, we were doing a
You said
big. We were
again?
doing a big kung
You had
fu
a big recital.
performance.
Who
You
books
had a
that?
big recital.
Big recital.
Who books that?
Who books that recital?
I think I showed the recital on the other day. It was me and the dragon thing.
Yeah, did you not see it, Jim?
I did not see that one.
Man.
Yeah, you had to shave your hair to be inside of a dragon suit.
I was outside of it later, but have you seen the video of me doing kung fu?
Was that the one where after you said you could beat up women?
I don't think you would forget seeing a video of Luca doing kung fu.
Well, there was
not
one
the kind
where you
of
did
video
like the
you're
dance,
not sure
right?
about.
You did like
The
some of
dance. He wasn't even sure what it was.
Yeah.
Should I show this?
Is it the same one? You did like a okay. Never
I
mind.
can show you.
No. I'm just gonna say no. I haven't seen it.
Kung Fu
I can
is,
show you a
is
new
Chinese ballet. That's what it is.
It's not. If you have one, that'd be great.
He's got.
We're gonna pull it up again.
Could you do a live action?
Oh,
Yeah,
you have
do
a
one
different
for us.
one.
Nice.
If you could just do one right now,
Yeah.
in front of the camera, that would be way better. And then we'll shave your head again.
Oh, Luca!
Manscaped.
I didn't know you were in Shen Yun. All right, that's cool.
Actually, I performed with the Shen Yun dancers here.
That's really,
Really?
cool,
I
man.
lost my virginity at Shen Yun. No, I'm just kidding.
That's cool.
What's this called again? The Drunken Samurai?
This is called the Drunken Fist, Jim. I'm also
Fist.
completely bald. In
This is
video.
called the Drunken
get that.
Nazi.
Nice. Drunken Fist, also the gay stuff Luca does with his buddies in New York.
Focus.
Focus.
I did a little flip there. All right, I got to turn this off. This is like when I
The
first
bald
learned it,
head
too.
somehow
This
makes
is
it so much
incredible.
worse.
Oh,
I
of
don't know.
course. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm bald
wow.
completely.
Can you still do that move?
Yeah, I could do that.
That's how you should walk out onto stage. You should do
He
four
used to do
flips in
that.
a row.
He used to do flips on stage.
You
I
saw me
believe
fall
it.
the other day. That's
I
where I
did.
got it from.
Man,
All right, I'm gonna have to.
that is art.
I'm gonna have to put
Good
mercy
for you,
kill on
man.
that.
No, that is art. That is high level stuff. The shaved head thing is still weird.
Yeah.
But that is
Yeah.
really, really good.
Man.
I mean, you were talented, right? You were very good at that. Like, it's not like you just did that for the hell of it.
I mean, I was okay.
You
but
spent
like,
years.
I truly believe to this day. I mean, there's some people that have defined this sort of hypothesis that I have in my head, but I think the way my white man body was built, it wasn't built for kung fu. Kung fu was designed and created by Asian people, so it fit their body structure a little bit more. Is that Tyler's
No.
laughing? I don't know.
I don't really know.
Is that not,
No, that's
No, this is the. This
I'd
is
rather not
Luca.
comment.
This is
If I'm
Luca.
being
No,
honest.
I think this is big. This is Luca admitting whites not always the superior race.
I mean,
yeah, I've never said that.
no. I think that makes
Just a little
sense.
joke. Just
But
a
like,
little joke.
my kung fu teacher, he used to always say,
He goes, "Oh, you
like
you
he'd be like,
honkies."
relax your shoulders. He's like, he would say, he'd go, your shoulders too American. He would say that all the time.
okay.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I mean, there's certain
You go,
body
your
types for different
penis
sports.
way
I'm
too
not built for
American.
basketball, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
I'm not going to dunk very often.
Exactly.
You know? I get that.
Right.
You know, it's just like because
Right.
they're more
Like
they're
when it
more
comes to
compact.
dancing, I just can't. You know,
Yeah,
it's our
man.
bodies are different.
Unbelievable.
Too American.
I'm too
The
American
rhythm,
for
they
this.
Yeah.
get it down.
Yeah.
But no, they're more compact people. Joe, you want to get in camera? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Joe's standing right in front of the camera right now. You can't see him.
He actually
Joe,
just did 4
jump
flips.
so they can see you.
Shout out, Joe.
Shout out, Joe.
Shout out. They just say racist things and shout the person out.
Shout out, Joe.
Unbelievable.
It's awesome. But yeah, so shave the head, looked like a worm.
Did the worm.
Did the worm.
Yeah, did the worm.
Did the
You
that's
did.
great.
You didn't do the worm in that.
Close enough.
I did.
All right, now
pretty much.
paint us a picture of this era in life, this high school Flanagan. Were you, I'm guessing, a high school football kid?
I bowled.
Really?
I didn't play
Did you really
football.
bowl, Flanagan?
I did bowl. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
But I know.
That's
I know.
awesome.
Go figure. Is it?
That's awesome.
It fits.
Were
it's
you
on
good?
brand.
Yeah.
My
It's
head
pretty
was his
decent.
ball, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
High school
Yeah, I
bowling
wasn't,
team. You get a lot of pussy on the high school
You're
bowling
not gonna
team.
believe this. I wasn't very cool in high school.
I
A
actually
lot-
am
so much has
surprised by that.
changed.
Yeah.
Did, were you a guy? Did you have a spin on the ball? Or were you
Yeah, I
straight
had a
down the
hook.
lane?
No, I had a hook.
They
Are you
call
kidding
it. They
me?
call
I
it
was
the,
good at
the
this.
Flanagan
really?
hook.
Much
yeah.
like Luca, I went to Tibet to train with some of the greatest bowlers in the world, and they taught me the hook.
What's the best game you ever bowled?
Yeah.
In league, I shot a 269. I threw the first 9
Wow.
strikes.
Wow.
And then the 10th, I had my best shot of the day.
You
I
gotta
really
tell my
did.
dad that he got a kick out of that
Oh
shit.
man, I left a 10 pin. I picked it up,
Wow.
and then my last shot, I threw a gutter ball. Like after everything else, like after all of the, I mean,
Very
we're back,
last
279.
frame of the game, you
Like
shot a gutter
the 10th
ball?
frame, you get 3 shots, right? So I hit 9 spare, and so I picked up the hardest pin, and then the last shot, I just.
Oh,
dunked it.
no.
I mean, what are you gonna do? It would have been 279, but once you've lost 300, Doesn't matter.
You think you ever get back to that?
Bullshit. No, I don't.
I was gonna say,
don't
could
bowl
you-
anymore. You know what the problem was? It was at 8:30 in the morning is when we bowled on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then
What?
I got old enough to turn into an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was like, well, I'm never going back there again.
Which is
How
funny
did- what did you
because
do?
now.
How did you bowl in high school not drunk?
I
That's the
mean-
only
Right.
time I've ever bowled.
Wait,
That's what
because
I'm
now
hammered.
that's all alcoholics do is bowl.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why they put the kids at 8:30 in the morning.
Right,
Because no
'cause the
grown-up
drunks
is
aren't
gonna
up
be
yet.
sober
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
Yeah.
to bowl, and the only ones
I
who
guess
are
that
the
makes
weird
sense.
dads who want to teach you bowling.
I thought
Yeah.
drinking was
Yeah.
a part of. I thought you had to drink.
Yeah, that's why there's a
No.
bar right behind you.
Trust me, I get it.
In a
Yeah.
barbershop sometimes.
And sometimes
There's
a
a
comedy
barbershop,
club.
it's not?
Sometimes a barbershop and a comedy club.
I have performed in so many bad bowling alleys
Yeah.
over the. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a pretty decent bowling alley gig.
Yeah.
You can barely hear people bowling.
While
you're
you're
doing
doing a
your
point in our
job.
careers where you go, for a bowling alley, pretty good comedy club. Yeah.
And would you,
Just wanna-
Jim,
Top
after
10 bowling alley gigs in the country.
after any of
That's
those
so
gigs,
funny.
Pioneer
would you then
Lanes.
go bowl?
Here's a good one.
After any of those gigs, would you then go bowl after?
No.
You
By
don't
that
get the
point, I had
itch?
been out of it.
You
You're
smell
like the-
you
you're
smell
like,
the shoes
I
and you
still,
go.
I still have my balls just in case. You know, I still
Yeah.
have my bowling balls.
You're like
Yeah.
John Wick.
We
right?
should
Like,
go. I want to see Flann in
Every
action.
once in a while, I look at them and I'm like, I'm going to take these bad boys out of retirement one
Yes.
day.
I have a serious bowling question for you. How
Go
do you
on.
decide like what weight ball you use?
Well,
I never know. I just pick the lightest one and I throw it as hard as I can.
that seems like something you would do.
Yeah.
Like, I want to manhandle this
Yeah.
bowling
I
ball.
want to just hit the
It's
pins
like
as hard
Luca
as
being
I
like,
can.
I could beat up a little woman, you know? Once
Very
it be
similar.
smaller.
Yeah, it's so similar.
Very
Now,
similar.
270, was that with bumpers?
Yeah, I'm sorry. All with bumpers. Can I? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you should go with the heaviest one that you can appropriately throw
Really?
down the lane. Which
Oh,
for
okay.
you, a strong man like yourself, would be a 16-pounder.
Really?
Wow.
Is
Yeah.
that as heavy as they
That's
go?
as heavy as they go.
Oh, okay.
That's actually 16 pounds. Also, the weight Tom was when he was born. It was just crazy.
I believe that.
Yeah, no, I was actually a very small baby.
Really?
Yeah, 7.5 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When did it change?
2 days later.
yeah, when I discovered bread.
Shout out Tom's mom.
Shout out
Push
Tom's
it
Shout out.
out.
This is
Shout out to Brad, by the way, too.
Shout out
Shout
Brad.
to Brad.
Fan of
Wonder
Brad.
Bread.
Who's bread?
Brad.
Bread. Oh,
Who's Brad?
It's like Tom's like my other stepdad.
Yeah, Brad's like, who's Brad?
yeah,
Brad, I'm coming for you.
Brad, if you're out
Once
there, I'll-
Gerard is dead.
Is
yeah.
that my real dad? Yeah. You're like all hyped up.
You know your dad, right? This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
all-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his name's Bruce.
Ah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's a gay name.
Like,
That's
why
a
is it gay? It's
gay
not.
name.
No, Bruce was like the stereotypical. Actually, when my mom met my dad,
He
they
was,
actually
he
their
was a
first,
gay man.
Yeah, no, my mom,
He had a
My
vest.
dad knew him first.
Yeah,
my mom and my dad, their first date was at Riddle's Comedy Club when it was in Orland Hills.
No
Oh,
way.
yeah.
And my dad
And it
pulled-
worked out, huh?
It did not work out like everything.
Who
in
did
that
they
club
see?
doesn't work.
Chucklehead?
I don't know who they saw.
I
But
wonder
my
what year that was.
The funny man.
91.
Who do we? Oh, okay.
So
91.
Sharky.
Sharky.
The lineup. We could put together
Yeah.
the lineup.
Dan
it was
Brennan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of who we know that was doing comedy then,
Yeah.
right? I think Brennan might have been.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sharky.
Sharky was doing comedy back then?
I would think so.
Probably who's like the old school guys?
Yeah, we're naming them. What are you talking about?
I mean, John DeCoste.
John DeCoste.
Yeah.
Toomey.
Vince
Moranto.
Yeah, Moranto.
You think those guys were all doing riddles too?
Yeah.
Could have been. Back
But-
then, probably.
But anyway, my mom thought my dad, because my mom got hooked up with him through a mutual friend, and my mom thought he was gay because he pulled up in this little white BMW two-seater, and he got out and he had a salmon-colored polo on with the collar popped up.
Oh,
And she goes, "This is a gay man."
That's
this
awesome.
his
is
name
one
was
step away
Bruce.
from wearing a leather vest
Yeah.
and a beret.
Yeah.
Having a bald head.
Having a ball
Yeah.
there.
So
That's good.
Bruce is gay. Let's move on.
Flanagan, the bowling.
Alright.
The
I am
bowling
going
league.
gray now though.
Oh,
Have a
yeah?
little gray hair. You
Better than the
notice it?
alternative.
Yeah, Adam, who's been calling
Better
you out
than
for
the
it recently?
alternative.
A lot of
Oh,
people have
Peyton
that.
has been calling you out for
You're
it.
going, I got a couple gray hairs. Jim going, I would kill for a few gray hairs.
I love my gray hairs.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I
They're still
I
up
don't
there.
have a problem
They
with it
exist.
whatsoever. I kind of like it.
It's great, and I think it makes you look more distinguished.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
chicks
distinct.
dig it.
There's
Yeah.
a more
Salt and
trustworthy
pepper.
thing about a little gray hair. There's an experience implied.
Yeah,
Sure.
when girls tousle my hair after the throes of sex, they go, "Wow, you're getting old," and I like that.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
so
but
crazy.
it's
I fucked
because
this old
now
man.
you're young with gray hair.
Yeah,
when you're
sure.
old and have gray hair, it's too much.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think as long as I don't know.
I knew a kid in 6th grade, full head of gray hair. It was like a genetic thing.
Really?
It'll happen
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I show them the picture of me bald. And I'm like, "Would you fuck this?
Yeah.
This is what I was."
Yeah, were you getting laid when you had a bald head?
No.
No.
That's Virgin Luca. That was a picture of Virgin Luca.
That's
Yeah,
Virgin
I
Luca in there?
believe
That's
that.
implied. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
How
your
old were
shoulders
you?
were very tense.
Yeah, Joe, was I getting laid then? Was I dating Peyton? I don't think so.
Did anyone
Ready?
ever stick a plunger to your head?
No, but I wore a backwards socks cap like every day to school, and
Yeah,
people
you
thought
did.
I was going through leukemia treatment.
Yeah.
Because I was skinny too. I was really like lanky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a
It's
bad
really
look.
not that cool.
The man you
No.
are today.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, kung fu to comedy, baby.
Kung Fu to comedy. That's the
There's the name of the documentary
yeah,
right
it's the
there.
documentary.
Yeah, I like that.
Most of my
Do you want to talk about the deer hitting your car? I know that was a recent traumatic event.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, yeah.
Are
We
you
don't
okay?
have good
I'm
luck with
good.
cars.
I'd really.
You
I
gotta
guess
stay
not.
stay put.
I should not move as
Yeah.
much. The weird thing about this was I was on the highway and the deer ran at full speed into my full speed
You're
car.
suicidal.
It wasn't like he was stopped in front of me and froze. You know what I mean? Like he just came up from the side and just ran right into my car door, which is just.
How fast were you going?
I was like 70, I would imagine.
Yeah, that'll fuck that shit
And,
up.
and I
dude.
didn't even know what happened until the deer was airborne. I was just like, "What the?" And I see a deer land. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a deer."
Wow.
I mean, just never
Yeah.
even saw it coming.
Did you like spin out? Did anything
A little
like
bit.
that?
Moved me off to the side, and I pulled over to the shoulder. And then two other people ended up pulling over. One
Really?
was a older
One goes, "Hey, that's my deer."
One was an older older Latina woman who pulled over to put a blanket over the deer's eyes. And
You think
yeah,
that's a
And
Latina
say,
thing? Or do
say
you
a
think
prayer and
that's-
light a candle.
Yeah, I mean, she literally like put a blanket.
She had
over
a
the deer's
Virgin Mary
eyes,
candle with
just-
her.
just a little green blanket.
He was dead, by the way.
Yes,
He
at
wasn't
this-
like
we think
struggling.
so.
Okay.
And then
She pulled out a revolver, put him out of his misery.
That would
the
be- that would be-
semi-truck driver pulled over because like he couldn't get through. So then he grabbed the deer by its feet and dragged it to this. I got cucked by this guy. Just dragged the deer to the side of the road
And then drove by.
and then got back in his car and took off. And then the lady
That's
gets
a man
up,
with somewhere to be.
grabs
The blanket.
and puts it back over the deer's eyes.
No way.
All this happened right in front
What
of
a
me.
I
nice
can't believe you
Latino
left that part
Unbelievable.
out. That's the
Unbelievable.
interesting stuff.
And I'm like, how are?
And you're sitting there going, "Yeah, I better call the insurance company." I don't know what the fuck.
Well,
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, if you hit a deer and then the cops come, do they just shoot it in the head?
Yeah,
That's what they do. They
Damn.
shoot.
they
Oh,
will.
right.
yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else they can really do with it, right?
Yeah.
Or unless,
they're not gonna
unless
take
Are
it
you
to the-
okay?
They're not going to take
unless
it to the
it's
vet.
your fault, then they shoot you in the head.
Yeah.
But I learned this: if you ever hit an animal on the road,
Yeah.
this is very real. If you ever hit an animal on the road, it is always the animal's fault. It's an act of God, right? Like you can't control them, so it
God
doesn't
made
go
him
on
stupid.
your liability insurance,
Kicks him.
which is important.
Yeah.
But if it's a person, it's not.
Correct. Or if you swerve out of the way of an animal and hit something else, then that's
Ooh.
your fault.
So you're supposed to go
really?
at.
So they
but
tell
with,
you to
but
go
with
at
the
it.
deer, that could kill you if you
It
hit the
could kill
deer.
you. Yeah.
So if you see a deer, you floor it.
that's what a lot of
Damn.
people say that.
You
A lot of
actually are
people-
supposed to do that.
a
You
lot
have
of
a
people
better
say
chance of
you
it going
go-
over you than going.
Yeah.
Well, I've
No
heard
way.
stories.
Like if it's in your lane, don't
Yeah.
like floor it and go
And
after
aim-
it, right?
aim for 'em?
I
Yeah.
got like
Well,
I
if
was
you're
going
trying
for
to get a
2
new
miles.
car,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's funny.
I've heard like sometimes like if you hit like a male deer, it'll go through the windshield
and kill you.
Dude.
Even
Yeah,
if
stab
just
you.
the weight of it will kill you.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
crush you through the windshield.
Like
yeah.
thankfully, it pushed me off to the side because the way it hit because it went flying up into the
It was
air,
fully grown?
and then just landed back down. Yeah,
Man.
it's a pretty big deer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like this dude had to drag it. This grown man
Grown
had
man.
to drag it.
When you took
While
Or,
you're,
like,
while,
pick it
you're,
up.
while you're standing there going, "I'll call my mom."
And I was like, the blanket fell off.
His soul is gonna get out.
What's
Consuelo. Put the blanket
All right,
back
we
on.
have to name
Do you
her.
think?
Now that
Do
feels
you
worse.
think the
Abulida.
blanket thing was like out of respect? What's
I
your
really
deal?
do.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
But we were
Good
like
for her.
I was
And
pulled
but then
off.
after she covered him up, she left.
She
Did
was
say
probably
anything
Native
to you?
American.
I mean, maybe.
Did
That's
she
a
check?
Native American thing to
Did
do.
she
Put a
check
blanket-
on you?
No, so she didn't
She
even
checked
know.
on the deer
she put
first.
she put a
She
blanket
didn't-
over
she
Jim's
go-
head.
So I'm on like the other side of 2 lanes, right? They're on the left shoulder, I'm on the right shoulder, and she's like, "Did you see what happened?" And I was like, "Yeah, I hit it."
Yeah,
You-
I
you
did
know,
that, and then she
I-
comes after you.
Hey Jim, I'm gonna stop you
It's
right
like,
there.
I did this.
Jim, that wasn't her voice.
You're
Gonna have, Jim, if you're gonna
we
tell
don't do
her,
that on this side of the couch. Okay, that's the
Thank
south
you,
side of the
Tyler.
couch kind of thing.
You are going to be back from New York canceled so quickly. 3 podcast clips, and you're like, "Well, I'm working the
No,
South."
no.
Yeah,
In 6 months, we're going to
dude.
see you running for president and with a special on Fox Nation. Special on Fox Nation running for president.
That's best case scenario for Luca.
did you see that deer?
Wait, what?
Wait, what was that?
that
Wait,
words?
do that one more time. What was that? I didn't catch that.
What?
I didn't get
I'm
that.
doing the voice.
Okay, do it
I don't
again.
even think that's the voice.
Did you see that deer?
That's like a male.
Is she
That's
an
like
Italian man?
Yeah, right. She's
Yeah,
an
that's
old
a male.
Italian guy.
No,
That's
Did you
that's-
see the deer?
Yeah,
Did
come
you-
on.
did
I
you-
play to the camera too much.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I like the camera play is fine.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I picture her as more of like an older Native American Mexican woman.
I don't know that. I mean, I don't know for sure.
But so she didn't even know you hit it. She's
Correct.
going, this poor deer.
And then I was like, I called the police. They're on their way. And she goes, okay. And then got in her car and
But
left.
she had to
also.
cover him up. Yeah.
Okay, yo tengo una camiseta blanca.
None of that happened.
How do you say?
None of that happened.
Sprinkled some fabuloso and then took off.
None of that happened.
Some suave.
I only mentioned that because I feel like it was a cultural thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Did
like
you
it
look
was
it
a
up?
Again, the
cultural
Virgin Mary
thing. I
candle.
did not
Yeah,
look it up.
yeah.
I did not look it up.
Yeah, you should have pretended to do something. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. He had it coming too.
You're just
Look,
over
Jim's
it doing the
praying
sign
the
of the
rosary.
cross.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Giving it mouth to mouth.
I've been working this club that will go unnamed. We were talking about before the podcast, and at the end of every show, they have the host go up and go, "Hey, thanks for coming. The usual tipsy servers, and if you guys had fun tonight, on your way out the door, you can buy tickets to a future show. They're kind of like the Zickets, but they're only $1 to any non-special event show, and all the money goes to a no-kill animal shelter that helps older dogs live out the rest of their life in a happy. And for years, I've been hearing this sales pitch, and they go, every host does the same thing.
No
The last
way.
time I'm there, the guy goes, "Oh, they keep the money." It's
Really?
totally. He goes, yeah. They said just make up a shelter and make up a cause. Someone made this up, and we all just keep running with it. But it's so specific.
No
They're
way.
like a no-kill animal shelter for older dogs, help them live out the
I
rest
like
of their
that
life in a
better.
happy way. And then they go, "Oh yeah, no, they're just keeping that money."
I'm more happy that they're
Nice.
keeping the money than giving it to those dead
No-kills.
stupid dogs.
I know.
All
but-
right, hang
but-
on.
But
I don't want to
okay.
live and say that.
But
I'm
people,
grateful-
but people are going up, going, "Oh, giving them. I'll take 20 of them. Just support the dogs."
yeah,
you know?
yeah, no, I'm sure they are.
Whatever.
I bet
Yeah.
they clean up doing that.
They do. Yes.
That's my new
Again-
conspiracy theory. Most charities are
It's
a
all fake.
scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a total scam.
Like the Jared from Subway one.
Jared from Subway.
Yeah.
Did he have a charity?
He just said the foundation.
He did
That's
have a
how he was
foundation,
getting
yeah.
The kitty
Was
pig.
it a
What
scam?
happened to that guy?
No, well,
I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
do you know what? I told them
Jim's
this.
still eating Subway going, "What's he talking
What's
about?"
going on?
I told
hey,
him
where's
this-
Jared been? I haven't seen him on your commercials lately.
I went to a Sox game once and he threw out the first pitch.
Come on.
After the scandal.
Oh, boy.
No, I'm kidding.
In 2018. That's hilarious.
All charities are a scam.
All charities
Good
are a
that
scam.
At least
Yeah.
people gave more money, because I think the most embarrassing thing would be like walking in there once a month with like a giant check for $7 for the no-kill shelter.
Yeah.
Be like, we're here to help, kinda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, dude. I don't buy any of that bullshit.
I get it.
You know?
Do you
Be
ever?
straight with me, man.
That's actually
I think
not
you
a
do
bad
a
idea.
bit of, or you used to do a bit about this. I hate when they ask you if you want to donate.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. You
What do you
feel like a
mean?
piece of shit.
Like, do you want to round up for cancer? And I'm like, no, thanks.
Yeah, but
Like-
but what's the alternative? They just take it?
Well, no,
They
or-
don't ask? They go,
no,
"By
no.
the way, you rounded up for
They're
cancer."
making you make a donation that they can write off?
Yeah.
That seems weird.
Right, that's why you just don't do it.
Like
You say
Walgreens.
Right.
Well, no,
Grow
no,
a pair
no.
of balls and say, "No, I don't
No,
want to."
Say, I don't
sometimes-
believe you. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Money's
it'll
not
be
going to
on
kids.
like the chip reader, and then you
Yes.
just go.
You go,
But
no.
sometimes at like Walgreens, especially, they'll be like, "Would you like to donate to like the
And I
red nose
say,
thing?"
"No, thanks."
It's like you're
All you have to do is
a
say
huge
no.
company.
Right.
You could donate.
Do you ever say no to anyone? Just
Yeah,
go,
I mean,
"No."
you always say no.
I don't wanna
but
do that.
but
Do
it
you
makes
know-
you feel bad.
Do you know the only place I do donate?
That's on you. I don't know.
Wow. This is Tyler's
Yeah,
hard
this is me
stance.
getting real savage
All right.
when it comes to giving the
I
kids.
mean, I get
when
it.
it
Gets
comes
all-
to giving the
I'm
hungry
not-
kids $1.
Yeah, he gets
but-
all pissed off. Would you like to donate to the red nose? Absolutely not. he
I
gets
was just
upset
saying,
about
no,
it.
thanks. No.
That's what I do. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't cause a scene.
Yeah.
In
Are
the
you
Walgreens.
kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm just trying to eat at Arby's. You guys are trying to help people?
No, do you know the only place I do donate to? Panda Express. Because if you don't know, they ask you.
What,
I don't
supports
even.
communism?
I don't even know.
They
what
let
the
you hit the
charity is.
gong?
Well, they
Shen Yun.
they ring a bell, and all the Latino people working at the restaurant will say thank you in an Asian voice.
That's worth $1.
We're going to Panda after this.
That's 100% true.
That's worth
go-
$1.
They're
More
like,
like
you want to
Panda
donate to this,
Express.
and they go, thank you. I don't think they're doing the Asian voice on
Thanks, buddy.
purpose.
That's worth $1.
Yeah, no, it's just
That's
what they.
just the result of it.
It's just what they've been taught to do.
It's the way they're raised. And then they go up and they cover up the deer. With a little-
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a deer in the back with a blanket.
Yeah.
There's Tom's grandpa with a blanket over it, and a dead deer.
you ever just wish there was only a camera on their side so no one saw you on
Crop
theirs?
us out.
Just worm out. Tyler, the more if we get real controversial, you'll slowly see Tyler.
Tyler
further
away. Crop me out.
He gets out of the frame.
You guys love making your guest feel as uncomfortable as possible.
Are
by
you
the way.
uncomfortable?
Middle seat. Oh yeah, everyone loves a middle seat.
Physically uncomfortable. That's fine.
Oh yeah, you're
I mean,
on the hot seat.
Yeah, that's what
You
you
got
guys
us
love to
coming
do.
Why don't you
both
be right
sides.
down the middle for the people at home?
Yeah, you're right in center.
For all
Oh
our
yeah,
mom.
say hi to Luca's mom, my mom, and Tyler's mom.
Hi, moms.
And your
you got
mom.
great kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
You got a mom you want to yell out to?
you got a mom. You got a mom.
Someone
Hi, Mom.
else's. Anyone else's
I'll
mom
never
you
tell
wanna
you
say hi
about
to?
this.
I have two moms.
You really?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dude,
I wish.
I'm sorry. You don't have to.
Peyton has two moms.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he does a bit about it. One of his 4 bits.
Shut up, Pete. We're gonna
Shut
have
up,
to cut all
Pete.
this.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding.
Are they still doing Belly Boys? Do you guys still have a rivalry? With
We
their-
ran them out of
No,
business.
yeah,
We ran them
we
out of
won.
business.
We
Good
won
for
the
you.
rivalry.
Actually, they were so fat they had heart attacks and died.
Okay.
That's true.
That's not true. Come on.
Well,
that's the
whole
They
bit.
survived.
They-
okay.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
lived.
Yeah. Did have heart
There
attacks,
was
so.
called Belly Boys. Did I ever tell you my mom listened to Belly Boys and she's like, you guys always talk about it, call them on. I gave it a listen. It was terrible. It was horrible. It
That's
was
'cause
just
she knows a
she
good
goes, The one
podcast.
guy sounded very, very Jewish and yelling.
And then she started doing the voice like that.
Yeah,
he sounded
like this, like a Jew.
It's not like your podcast where there's
Yeah.
no minorities.
We have minorities
well,
sometimes.
actually,
We
well,
just have
The
to
other
watch.
guy, he sounded Jewish. You could see his little horns coming out.
Yeah.
She did say that. The last podcast and this podcast, the episodes, I've just painted my mom in such a racist light.
Yeah.
She's doing
We
voices.
got to have her on to give the counterpoint.
Do you know what is
know?
crazy? On Juneteenth, we did a podcast,
God,
and we
please
had
don't do
we had Eric Emerson. It was 4 white dudes on Juneteenth.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's a
should.
bummer.
Well, no, we had Brando on here.
We
That's
had
good enough.
Brando.
You guys should really
We need
diversify
a
a little
woman.
bit.
Really, is
You
what we
really
need.
do.
We need a
Yeah.
woman's
Have you
perspective.
had a woman on the podcast before?
I'd like to. It'd be
No.
cool.
You guys have
We-
female friends, right? I'm
Well,
just
men
kidding.
and women
I'll-
can't be friends.
Here we go. Here
Oh,
we go.
that would be an 8-minute podcast.
Oh my
Men and
God.
women can't be friends unless you're demisexual or cisgender. Is what, is
Yeah.
what Tyler has educated us.
What do you think cisgendered is? That should be your word.
It's just
He's
I
just
know
like
you
further
know.
away. He's getting
it's just
further
the
away.
gender of your sister.
of your sister.
No, she's
like a lady, you know.
Cisgender is like it's like it's like you don't. It's not the thing that you are, but it's flowing.
It's
I have explained this so many
it's
times.
LGBTQ.
Yeah, if you're it's LGBTQC.
Yeah.
Cis.
Well, that's what the plus is.
Cyst.
The plus is
Cis. Yeah, it's like we get a
Cisgendered. It's when you have a big. It's
Yeah.
a boil. What do you really think it is? Like, do you
Cisgender.
think
I
you're
literally just
cisgendered?
fucking.
Well,
told you
actually,
shit.
it's not the word of the day, so I'm not guessing.
nice.
The word of the day. The word of the day is
Suddenly, time is principles.
Jim. The word of the day is gerundole.
Yeah.
That's very cisgender.
But this is another thing that's so funny is you can be like, I ain't saying your pronouns. You can't tell me what to do. Would you like to donate a dollar to the kids? No, thank you. Please don't think I'm a bad person.
No, I always say
No,
no.
I'm a good person.
I
I
know,
know
but you
it's
say
all
you
the
feel bad
cisgender
about it.
communities.
No, I say yes at Panda Express.
Right, because of the gong.
Yeah, you want to hit the gong?
They ring a bell. There should be a gong.
Yeah. What? They don't have a gong? Isn't that their whole thing?
They recognize me. They go, aren't you?
Oh
the
no,
white
that,
dragon?
that's
What, is this the white dragon?
that's
We love
Mongolian
your
grill.
videos.
Oh, it's a white guy appropriating Asian culture. You're doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That's our thing. That's good.
Yeah, no. me and Tom do not know what cisgender means, and we refuse to learn it.
It's like it's
No,
like
but
gaslighting.
even better,
It
fine.
just means straight, right? It's just
No,
a
it
straight.
don't.
No.
Come on.
I said
But even
normal
worse
on the
than-
last podcast.
Okay, that's not the
But
right answer.
even worse than we refuse to learn it, we are going to keep using it in a variety of ways.
Incorrectly.
You use it in ways that even contradict yourself. You go,
Incorrectly.
I woke up this morning, I was feeling, so cisgendered, and then I had
all right,
breakfast.
and this
Until I had some
cisgendered
breakfast, then I
Geridol
started-
shows up.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I think we've talked about this.
This
too.
is the last time you had us on the podcast. You called us out for how we talk.
I hate
And,
you guys on the
And,
podcast.
yeah, when you had us on our
Last
podcast,
time you guys had us on our
Well,
podcast.
last time we
Jim
had-
goes,
yeah,
I'm
I-
having 3 guests on your podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm cisgender. I don't know words.
Sorry, I'm just a stupid
It's the first
cisgender.
time you used it correctly.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No,
actually,
The second part made no
inadvertently,
sense.
yeah.
No, we talked about this before. My favorite thing to do is mislabel things. A lot of people's names. I like.
Oh
to
yeah,
You
Luke.
do love that.
That's how you know Luca doesn't respect someone when he
Yes.
says their name wrong, and then you go, "It's actually not how you
Yeah.
say it," and he just says it that
I'll
way.
be like, yeah, you're this fucking Jeremiah guy, and it's
Yeah.
like, my name's Jonathan.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
literally one of his favorite things
he
to
called
do.
me Tom Feedback for the first 2 years that we've known each other.
And he earned his respect
And
because
I've
he wasn't cisgender.
Yeah.
I thought so. You mentioned earlier.
I kept on telling him, like, there's no D in my name, dude.
That's one of Lucas'
No
favorite
D in
things to
me
do.
is what I like
it's
to
like
say.
It's like a little like
There's
dollar
no D in
store.
Tom feedback.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
D. No D in me.
Unless he's
I'm not
cisgender.
cisgender.
I thought Chris Bongat's name was Chris Bonghat for.
That's
And I
racist.
respect the hell out of him. I wasn't on purpose. I even got him like tickets to Zany's once, and he was like, "Why they put my name as Chris Bonghat?" And I was like, "I don't know. I gotta look that up."
That's,
Yeah.
racist
That's
as hell,
crazy.
Jim. That's racist as hell, man.
It's not.
No, it's
Tom,
not.
do you got a white trash
Yeah.
story of the week?
I mean,
White
you've been sharing them inadvertently
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the last 20 minutes.
I have a story. I think I was telling Tyler the other day. I remember when I was I think I was going into high school and I wanted to have a bonfire, and we didn't have any wood. We didn't have cars to go get wood.
Tell them why you wanted to have the bonfire.
Because I was trying to get the bitches to come over. I was
Yeah.
trying to get the neighborhood bitches.
Which is a great way to get the
Makes
bitches to come
sense.
over.
yeah, bonfire,
Makes
perfect.
sense.
In like high school, that was it's like
Man.
smoke signals. Like
You ladies like fire?
literally a
Yeah.
smoke
Literally
signal.
smoke signals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
literally. So we
The
didn't have
sluts
firewood.
come.
So what we did was we cut down our neighbor's tree.
No way.
Cut down
What
the
are you,
neighbor's
George
tree.
Washington? That's crazy, dude.
And it was like it wasn't like a huge tree. It wasn't like the beautiful forest that
It
you
was
have
like
back here.
like let's say 8 inches around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went out front. We cut the tree down. We drag it into our garage, and we're like, perfect. We got wood.
Mission accomplished.
So then we start cutting it up, but we didn't know that like firewood needs to dry out.
Yes.
Like you can't just take a branch
The
and just
living
throw
tree,
it in
yeah.
there. So we cut up. We left the leaves on it. We just cut off the branches, and we were throwing it in the fire, and just smoke. It just smoke coming up. The girls come over. They're like, "Is your house burning down? Like what's going on?"
Like, where's the
And,
bonfire?
The neighbor's like, "Where's our tree?" And
Well,
they look over, and there's just plume coming from your backyard.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I don't know
actually,
what happened?
This is how bold we are. We did it on our driveway, and we cut down the tree like right there. So the girls are.
Did you guys not have a tree?
We did, but I'm not gonna cut down my own tree.
Did
I
you
gotta
not
get
have
grounded
neighbors?
for
What
this.
did they not see?
No, they knew. The next day, they were very upset.
Yeah. and
The
what
guy
happened?
came. He
How
knocked.
old were you?
I was going into high school, so I was maybe 14. My brother was like
That's
15.
ridiculous.
The things you will do to try and get laid as
Right.
a teenager.
I know.
Like the thoughts you have that like if I cut down my neighbor's tree, girls are gonna come over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so like the
It
girls
sounds
are.
like a fairy tale.
It really
No,
is.
Yeah.
it is fucking crazy. And then believe it or not, they didn't fuck us.
What?
Yeah.
Because the smoke inhalation problems?
right.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
something
Actually,
wrong?
they got lung cancer and they died. No, but yeah, we cut down the neighbor's tree, and the next day the neighbor came over to our house, and he was very upset for some reason.
That's incredible.
He knocks on the door. He goes, "What the fuck did your boys do?" He's talking to my mom. "What the fuck did your boys do?" And my mom's like, "I don't know." And then she goes,
She said it's called horticulture.
And Tom
Yeah,
said, "I
okay.
cannot tell a lie. I was the one who chopped down the cherry
"No,
tree."
no." And
You've
I
been
mean,
waiting the whole bit to use that
Yeah.
joke.
and then
Because mom lies.
Bro,
I don't know.
and my mom looks outside and she goes, "Oh my god, they cut down your tree." And then he was like, he got very upset, and then the next day he came over with gasoline and dumped it in our bushes and killed our bushes.
Really?
Yeah.
At
Come
least he
on.
got you back.
Yeah.
I respect that.
That's what happened.
So what'd you guys do after that?
Yeah,
Nothing,
right.
He just didn't have a tree.
Killed
and
his wife.
We just didn't have bushes.
It just escalates
Yeah.
over and over.
Yeah, right.
It's just a stalemate of
Literally
of
cut down my neighbor's tree.
And his name? Gerard?
Yeah.
No.
He was like, well, now I'm
No,
gonna try and
actually,
fuck
his name
down
was
Tom.
Randy. Shout out Randy. I'm not
Shout
going to
out
buy a
Randy.
new tree.
Shout out
Fuck
Randy.
you.
Wow.
But also so funny that you were like doing it. You were like, we're gonna get away with this. No one will ever put
We
these
weren't.
two together.
You know, when you're that age, you're not thinking about the next
No.
day. I'm thinking about right now. These girls are literally. They
but
literally
even better
said
that you
on our
had
way.
trees in your yard. You go, not our tree.
Well, then I'd get in trouble.
You think he's going to get pulled away from
you
the
thought
bonfire?
you thought your parents would go, neighbor's tree, out of our jurisdiction. We can't can't do anything
Out of
about
our
it.
yard.
I'd love to ground the kid, but I mean, he was over the neighbor's
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah, did foreign water. You know who really lost in that story? Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
Yeah.
He poured gasoline on your bushes.
Bushes.
Yeah, he poured gasoline.
What a
on our bushes.
vengeful grown-up.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
big time.
Right?
He was
Like,
coming
okay.
down to your level, Tom.
Yeah, all
He
right.
goes,
Yeah.
he goes, you
These
rednecks
kids
want to play?
war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
War I will give them.
You-
Well,
Billy's
we used
wanna
to fuck
play.
with this guy all the time. I remember one time we shot his car with a bunch of paintballs.
Okay.
And that was. I think I'm just admitting to crimes now.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
even white trash. We shot his cars. We shot it, and he always knew it was us right away. He'd come over. "What the fuck?" That's how he said. He said, "What the fuck did your boys do?"
He was Hispanic.
No, he's just like he's just like this old leathery. He wasn't that old. He's maybe like 50 something, but he's like leathery, and he's like, "What the?" And he had a fucking gray mustache.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
did your voice do? I'm like, we're having
But
fun.
like, you guys were like classic, like
Bad kids.
like, but like out of like a movie, like our neighbor kids are like terrorize the neighborhood.
oh
Like,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but he's 14 years old. He's
Yeah, 14.
practically
Dude,
a man.
we were. But if I was Jewish, I'd be a man. But no, we used to.
Factually, yes.
Yeah.
Do the voice.
I'm a man. I don't know.
What's happening?
Yeah.
People don't listen to this. huh?
He just.
It's actually the
if you believe it, they enjoy it.
people. Because you know what, we're telling it like it
I
is.
don't think you are.
I don't think you are.
No, we're all jokes over
I know
here.
you are. My
I
fault.
have another fucked up story. Me and my same
What?
about the same age.
About your childhood?
About my childhood, yeah. About the same age, we
I'm sensing a pattern.
yeah, we were bad kids. We got fireworks, right? And we got a bunch of Roman candles and we lit it and then we just pointed it at our neighbor's house.
No.
And he had his windows open and a Roman candle fucking hit his screen and like burned through and went inside.
Of
Come
course.
on.
Yeah,
Burn the whole house down. Kill
No,
his whole,
it-
killed his
neighbor
whole family.
ran
No, not they were across the street.
And then what happened?
They just got mad. That's how they just get mad, and then it goes away.
Yeah,
you know,
vandalism.
this is one of these things where I'm like, I could have been living my life like that this whole time, having this kind of fun.
Well, here's the
Here
thing.
I am trying to be like a good kid, and nothing
Right.
bad came out of it. You
No.
turned out just fine.
If you and I did stuff like that, we'd feel guilty.
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
right.
like we'd
You're right.
have a different outcome from it. You know what I mean? Tom
guess.
just gets away with it.
I guess
Well,
so.
well, because even as a kid, I knew I'm just a kid. Then what are they gonna do? Like, I'm really gonna
That's
take
so
my.
meta. That's so
What are they
meta
gonna
of
do?
you as
Take
a
my
kid.
phone away? I don't give a shit.
I mean, that's
The
white
memory is there.
Yeah.
privilege.
pretty hardcore.
right there.
The
pretty
memory is
hardcore,
there.
Tom.
But I was on probation from the time I was 16 to 21. So
Yeah.
Did you ever have to go to peer jury? You ever do that?
no, I never had
talk
to do
about
that. No.
What is that?
You've talked about this before. I don't know if it was on. It was on the podcast.
Peer jury, it's like like it's
Bunch
mostly
of
for kids
losers.
who get caught drinking. You know, they have to go and they're underage. They have to like go in like high school and like they usually get they can't be trialed as an adult, so they go and like the community makes them go in front of a bunch of like
Not
Nerds.
their actual peers, not
Right.
cool kids,
It's
right?
nerds.
Not
Yeah,
other
no,
like
they're a
nerds,
bunch of
right?
fucking nerds.
Like, hey, mathletes, can I talk to you guys for a minute? We need you to
Yeah.
sit in
yeah,
this
and they're
jury
like,
box.
you drank, you can't, you gotta work at the. They're all Jewish.
Definitely not your
I'm
peers.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
no, they're like, you
shouldn't be
can't,
here.
you can't.
No,
now
hey,
Jim's talking to his mom.
Yeah.
I'm
All the
sorry.
Noniacs
I
are
shouldn't have-
disappointed in me.
no.
All the basement dwellers are disappointed.
Shout out
in me.
basement dwellers.
Shout out to the Noniacs, dude.
Noniacs.
What are you,
The
Noniacs?
Noniacs.
the Noniacs.
I like
Oh,
that.
say your prayers and
Yeah.
your
No,
vitamins.
but they're all
This
these
is,
nerds and they judge you. I didn't get caught drinking. I got caught climbing something. I got caught
Yeah.
climbing in high school.
Yeah,
with
they
my
were
shaved
the
head.
they were the losers.
Was Joe there for that?
Joe was there. Joe got arrested with me. We
You were
go-
climbing?
Really?
I don't think I got arrested twice. One
Asian
time with
kids
Joe.
are allowed to do it.
Yeah, I got arrested for the climbing the
What
hospital.
couch are you on? Are you gonna jump over to Tom's lap for the rest of this?
I was climbing a thing with Joe. Got arrested for that, and actually a Latino
Joe.
security guard assaulted Joe
And put a
Wow.
blanket over
and
his eyes.
took his car keys.
Now I'm in.
and then fucking I went to the peer jury for climbing a hospital and with my other buddy, and they gave me usually it was like some degenerate kid drinking, probably a guy like Tom, and then another guy, and then they all got community service, and I was like, I climbed this thing, had my shaved head, and they're like, oh well, you can't do that, and then they made me work at the library for like a couple hours.
That's awesome. That is a meaner punishment. For
And
a
you're
cool kid.
climbing up the library, washing the
Learning to
windows from the
read.
outside.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a big. All these nerds, they're like, send them to the library.
Make them learn the Dewey Decimal System. It's like pushing up their glasses at the end.
I like that a lot. Tyler, were you on the peer jury?
I've never heard of that in my life till you
You
brought
never
it
had the
up.
peer jury?
Tyler, have you ever been in
I
trouble
would've
in your
been.
life? What's the biggest thing you've ever gotten in
I
trouble
got in
for?
trouble once in high
Killed
school.
a hooker in Las Vegas in 2004.
I am on the run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manslaughter twice, but
Yeah,
nothing real.
yeah.
Two heart
Pre-
attacks.
premeditated, not like that.
Premeditated.
Yeah. No.
I was responsible for several murders in San Francisco under the alias the Zodiac
Zodiac
Killer.
Killer?
Yeah.
The Night Stalker.
We found him, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been arrested once.
Yeah?
Really?
For the gymmest thing to get it, like the nerdy, like curfew violation.
Gym.
Oh,
Famous
I racked up a bunch of those. I was fucking cool. as
How old
shit.
were you?
I was 16. I was in the backseat of a friend's car, and they were driving, and like they just made a wrong turn, and they got pulled over. And they were all 17, so they were fine. So they took me to the Bartlett Police Station.
I forgot the
For
17,
being-
16.
It's
For being
weird.
16. What
And
time was
It was
it?
like 11:30. It was
Oh,
like we were supposed to go
come
home after work, but we were out
dude.
joyriding, and they didn't
Yeah.
like us because we were kids, you know.
Right.
And the weirdest thing happened though,
Took
they
you
couldn't get a
downtown?
hold of anybody at my mom's house. Like no one answered, and so they're like, "Well, we're just gonna let your friends come pick you up."
You go, put me right back where I started.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's like
And
they pull you over
drove
and
me
give you another
home,
ticket.
And then I showed up for court, and they didn't. So it was like it never happened.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's cool.
It was a real Tom ending to this. No,
Yeah.
no consequences for my actions whatsoever.
No, but that is funny that your friends that.
I thought when you said Tom
know.
ending, you were going to say nothing funny or interesting. But,
Also that Tyler's roasting the shit out of me these last 2 days.
We're having a
and I
good
don't
No, he's
day.
actually roasted me a
Yeah, it
lot.
was a
Both of us
Tom,
a little
yeah.
He's
bit
been
on
throwing a
that
lot of
one.
shots at me lately. I don't like it.
See, I'm trying to be more like Tom.
fighting,
I'm trying to
yeah.
quit caring about what people think.
yeah.
Well,
I'm going
nobody-
to shoot
no-
Roman candles in your house, dude.
So some of my friends, before I was friends with them, but I love the story. They were like 14, and one of them learned that if you write your name in gasoline on your driveway and then light a match, you'll see your name like in flames.
Well, yeah.
And then so another
is
friend
dope.
decided to do this to show some other people in his garage.
No.
And,
Burn the
Burned
house
his
down?
house down?
And then someone knocked over the gas can. And then he grabs like a wooden broom to try and put it out. And I mean, it was
Oh,
like it was like a
no.
cartoon version.
Yeah, he's like,
of
quick,
everything
put
that-
it out with
right.
this barrel of M80s.
Right, quick,
Yeah.
put more gasoline on
Yeah.
it. It'll help. And like burned his garage, and he's fine now this day. But but it took a long time.
I knew
And
someone
it
that
was-
got burned at a
pretty bad.
bonfire. Yeah, he tried to take a.
Did he at least get bitches?
No, actually,
Not
you know
after
what? They
this.
did feel sorry for him because we had this fire and he wanted it to be bigger, so he took a cup of gasoline
Can't do that.
and he just threw it on
simply
it,
can't do
and
that.
it just trailed back to
Yeah.
caught him on fire.
Of course.
It was actually kind of sad. Yeah, it's actually sad because he actually passed away.
from that.
Not from that. No,
It's
No,
not.
you're doing that kind of
drunk-
stuff, though.
yeah,
It's
drunk
only a matter
driving,
of
yeah,
time.
It's
yeah.
not Birdie, is it?
Yeah. What? no. R.I.P. Birdie.
Well,
trying
another
to
story.
think of
Me
a
and
thing I got in
Joe.
trouble with.
I was asking a girl to homecoming in high school, and I wanted to. We were trying to find creative ways to ask girls to dance, and I wanted to use fire. So I took gasoline at this park, and I put the homecoming HC. I put HC ? In gasoline, and then I just had her rendezvous me in this like parking lot at night. So she brought her
And
friends.
dropped a match.
Shaved head, dropped the match, engulfs in flames. You can't read.
Can't read
anything.
it.
Yeah, no. And now there's
She's
this,
going,
and we're like I'm like 16 or whatever, and this thing is fucking flaming, and it would have probably eventually died out and been fine. But
Yeah.
me and Joe are like, what the hell are we? So I take off my shirt. I'm starting to. I burn my
man.
whole hoodie.
and then,
Why'd you go to homecoming?
yeah, right.
Yeah, you're really just
Sure,
fan-
no,
you know what?
shirtless,
You're just
hairless.
fanning the fire.
No, I went like this. I lit it up. I went homecoming. Get out of here! And I just
Save yourself.
If you don't go to homecoming with me, I will do this to your lawn.
Homecoming help.
Yeah.
This will be your house. That's funny as hell.
Oh, man.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's fun to do fire stuff.
Yeah, I was never big.
That's the
pyro
point of
guy.
this podcast. It's fun to do fire stuff.
Do fire stuff.
Yeah, do
do
fire.
voices.
The only time I ever really got, but I got a drinking ticket in college, and it's similar to the peer jury thing. You have to go for like a junior dean or whatever, and you're like,
Yeah.
but they so many kids. It happens to all these kids, so they don't have time to do them one at a time. So they have you with one or two others, and it's me and some degenerate kid. Reminds me of Tom a little
For
bit.
drinking, you got in trouble.
Yeah. And
raped
yeah, dude, I got a drinking ticket. Where I went to college, you only had to be 20 to get into the bar. You didn't have to be 21. Obviously, you'd be 21 to drink, but they're not checking at all.
Yeah, that's
right?
such a stupid.
So then
rule.
the-
Worse
so then-
rule than
Oh,
Yeah.
but then the cops would go in. It's literally shooting fish in a barrel. They would
Yeah.
look around.
Yeah.
But then the problem is they would see whatever kid sees the cop and puts their drink down. They go, "Great, do my job for me. Let me arrest you." So the cop comes over to me and he's like, "Have you been drinking?" I go, "Yeah, I've had a few. Whatever." He takes me outside. Breathalyzer.
Fuck you, pig. That's what you said.
No, breathalyzer. He gives me the breathalyzer. This is funny. He gives me the breathalyzer, and it's something crazy high. And he's like, "A few." And I was like, I don't know how to tell an officer of law. I'm fucking shit-faced right now.
Yeah, right,
One
right.
of those was a Four Loko. Like, I'm fucking beat up right now, So I get the ticket. I have to go to this peer jury type of situation. And the other kid who's with me was just a piece of shit.
Just
and
a Tom.
the lady, real Tom
Real
feedback
Tom
kind of guy. I don't like the way Tom's looking at me.
Tom's gonna kick your
Once
ass.
the podcast is over, my days are numbered. But she's kind of like, "Oh, so tell me about what are your grades like? What are you guys involved with on campus? What are you doing?" And the other kid was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of failing. I'm a loser." And she's like, "What do you do outside of the classroom?" He goes, "I play pickup basketball at the gym sometimes." And then she goes, okay, what about you? I'm like, I have like a 4.0. I'm president of this club. I do all this other shit. I just like get drunk on the weekends. She's like, well, I think we can agree you both need to kind of start getting your life together a little bit. And I'm like, okay.
That's like this podcast. You're lumped in with us.
Yeah, I've always just this is my charity work. I'm trying to help.
Really is.
I'm trying to help bring you guys this side of the couch. You know,
That's fine. I think my prediction is if we keep the podcast going, you'll eventually switch seats in the
I
couch.
think so too.
And Jim will be back in the middle.
I'm actually going to be away. I'm going to be the Native American gentleman all the way over there.
And Luca,
This is
after
actually
6 months,
the guy that put the blanket on.
It's not the guy. It was a nice woman.
He said, "My name is Running Water.
Running water.
I notice you have killed this animal.
Indoor plumbing. What are you talking about?
My name's Indoor Plumbing.
I notice you have killed this animal.
We have 0 clips from this episode.
Oh no,
I think we have.
We
the
have a
most
No,
lot.
this whole thing's going on Fox Nation. Shout out.
We're just
Fox
gonna
Nation.
black me out over this. Just
Yeah, you could be
Oh,
like
you want to do
one of
blackface
those,
now
okay,
too?
that's not what I meant.
like one of those
Like, please
Vice
let this slide.
documentaries where they interview like
Oh,
a
that's-
cartel
Jim,
member.
is this okay? Are we cool?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. We'll delete it.
No, I'm kidding. It's great. I love it.
All right.
We should delete it.
Well,
we
what
should
time
delete
are we at?
Probably 20 minutes.
We've been on for 8
No,
minutes.
we're at an hour or two.
No, it's not
Okay.
bad, really.
Yeah.
What's your normal?
hour?
Hour.
Okay.
We usually do a little bit extra just in case we got to
Okay.
cut some of the racist things
Wait,
that
so
we
you
say.
guys cut stuff?
Yeah.
So the stuff I've seen is what's left? There's stuff that was worse?
Yeah, you
That's
know,
incredible.
Yeah, we talk about good things we do and we cut it out.
Yeah, we actually
I had oatmeal yesterday. Cut. We
Yeah.
can't. Yeah. That is ruining
Yeah, was
our
the
whole
oatmeal gay or
perception.
not?
That bit would have been funnier if we made the oatmeal cisgender.
yeah. Oh shit. Hey, I got something maybe on a serious note that we can end on. This is
Yeah.
actually more wholesome.
Please don't bring up Birdie again.
R.I.P.
Moment of silence for Birdie. But I want to know this. So we're all comedians, and I was thinking about this. A lot of people are like, they'll come up to you and they'll be like, "Who's your top 5 all-time comics?" And I don't think that's a good question to ask people because I feel like it's a lot of the same people. It's like Chappelle,
Yeah, yeah.
this guy, Carlin, this
You
guy.
kind of name people that people are going to know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because otherwise you're like, oh, I love Greg Giraldo. I don't know who that is.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I always
now
tell
I'm
people. I
explaining
always tell people
something.
Jim Fannigan. They go, wait,
All right.
is this anything guy?
they go Hot Pockets. No, so I was gonna ask you
That's
guys,
true.
and you guys can all answer. Who are your top 5 most influential comedians?
Like for us personally?
Yeah,
or just
personally.
in
Yeah, because I
general?
feel like that's a better question because it's more geared towards you.
It's fair.
5 is
So
a
Jim
lot.
Flanagan, this is a good
Very
clip.
cisgender question.
Yes, this is a good. This is gonna be a good clip. Jim Flanagan's top 5 most influential comedians.
Luca's top 5, and I'm just like, whatever he does, do the opposite. Do you know what
Nice,
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
nice.
that is one of
It
my.
is an influence.
Oh, I
That's
like
an
that.
influence. That's good.
Okay. Mine for number 1, probably Jim Flanagan. No, I don't know.
Gosh,
This is about you.
I'm
That's
a
tough.
huge Dave Attell fan. I think that there's definitely some
Attell's one of
influence
mine.
from Dave Attell. I would say Giraldo for sure.
Giraldo?
Greg Giraldo is another one, which is crazy because all these comics are good. But they're still my influences somehow. I don't even know, man. Top 5 is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, local, Mike Toomey. Mike Toomey's a guy that I came up working with. Pat McGann. These are people that like I worked with constantly, and you definitely get influenced by them, right? Like you
100%.
see them and you see them working.
Make the war laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lately, someone that is really inspiring to me, I think, is Kristen Toomey. I mean, watching her work,
She rips.
she's so funny
rips.
and
She should
so
be on the pod.
absolutely,
Yeah.
so herself on stage,
Yeah.
and that's something that I want to be
Yeah.
more. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So I feel
100%.
like
Yeah.
that's someone that I think has a really positive influence on me in comedy.
Oh, awesome.
Shout out
that was
Kristen.
a
Kristen, be a
great
guest on the
answer.
pod.
That was a great
That's a great
answer.
list, and
This
that's
is getting cut
and-
for sure.
This is 100% getting good. No, this is actually a great clip. We should do that more with guests. Top 5 this, top 5 that, and then they answer.
I
That's a
like
good clip.
we just become Watch Mojo.
Exactly.
What's that?
All right, Tyler. How about you? I want to know.
Oh, we're doing this?
Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah.
No, shout out Kristen Toomey. Be on the podcast. She's
Jimmy
really
rocks.
check her
Jimmy
out. She's a really great
rocks, dude.
Chicago
Very funny.
comedian. She'd be a good female guest because she likes to talk about pussy and shit.
Oh, perfect.
And we do that on this
You guys
podcast.
did mention it.
Yeah.
once or
We're
twice.
politically incorrect.
I know you are.
Tell it like it is.
Tyler Fowler's top 5 most influential comedians.
That's a good question. I love Mike Birbiglia.
Yeah.
Brian Regan was like the first comic I remember listening to. Attell is another one I remember
Yeah.
listening to as like a young kid. Man, that's a good question. And then like we're talking about guys who you like worked with early on. I always watching Larry Reeb was just like it's a masterclass, man, of a guy who's just like jokes are in his bones, man. Like,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else. There's it's such a like broad.
Well, I've seen your act, I would say.
Oh, you
Tom
watched?
just did this to rip on
That's
people.
great.
I would say you have a lot of Carrot Top influence.
Stop it.
You
I
do
like that a
bring
lot.
that chest of props.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Your
No, I'm
Gerondale
kidding.
of props.
I'm kidding. This
I,
is supposed to be serious.
Jeff
wholesome.
Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The accents.
Yeah.
The terrorist voice.
So that's that.
Yeah,
you'd
and
say-
I liked Nate Bargatze a lot. Like his
Man.
early,
Yeah,
like
Bargatze
when I
rips.
first like a couple, like let's say 6 years ago, I started listening to like a crazy amount of stand up. His like first 2 albums on Spotify, I was just listening to on repeat, and it's like nothing's ever been this funny. It's just so joke.
He's so
dense.
unique
Yeah,
too.
And I like
Yeah.
him, and there's a guy named Ryan Hamilton.
Man.
You guys
Oh, yeah,
know him.
I know- I
They're
know
both
Ryan
guys that are
Hamilton.
so funny, and you don't realize till the show's over. You're like, oh, that was clean.
Completely.
Yeah.
You have no idea. It's like they sacrifice nothing for the sake of being clean. It's so good. Hamilton will joke about it where he's like, after the show, people are like, I love that your show is clean, and someone else will go, no, it wasn't, just because they enjoyed it, and they're like, wait a second, yeah, it was. What the fuck? And he like sneaks it. He like sneaks it in on him a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
That's great.
I love that kind of stuff.
That's hard to
man.
do because I feel like a lot of clean comics, you're like, oh, he's being clean.
100%. 100% though. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
or
yeah.
they are more like kind of like I don't know. You can just you can-
Corny, maybe.
yes, and like
Yeah.
kind of churchy. You can tell from
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at
I'll
him.
say
you know?
this: I really
Wholesome.
admire that. That is a divide in the couch. Is like you two typically work cleaner. You know, you have some dirty
compared to you
stuff.
guys.
Yeah.
Boy, is it
But
easy.
you can work. You could work clean a
Yeah.
lot easier than me and Tom could, and I really admire that. That's a hard
That
thing to do.
you mean you can't do a clean version of that trans kid bit? That's not working clean.
That's Tom's bit. That's
Yeah.
not
No,
mine,
I just
but-
changed it to cisgender.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Yeah,
is the
and I mean, I do clean jokes, but they usually have a racist voiced element.
yeah.
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 Yeah, there's
You're like,
always
how do I spice this up a
Yeah,
little
say
bit?
Something I can't
Like,
say.
bam.
there's always an agenda to Lucas jokes.
Like,
Oh, this is clean. What's he trying to convince
well,
us
like
of?
I would say, if I was trying to make that deer bit work on stage, I would like a key element of that would be doing the Latina lady's voice.
Yeah, that's not why.
And that's not really cool.
It's
No.
not. It's
and I feel
honestly
bad
not
even
funny.
the fact that I referenced the fact that she's a Latina woman, but I think
You
that
should feel bad.
there's
That was
a
really-
cultural there's a cultural influence to it.
Look, yeah, right there.
What?
It's dead.
They put the top. Okay, so Enzo looked it up.
Enzo's our new producer.
Producer Enzo. Shout out to producer Enzo.
That's
So
kind
if
of
the
nice.
deer's still.
this deer just got hit by a car, flew up in the air, fell back down, but because his eyes are covered, he goes, "Oh, this is kind of nice."
Cool.
Yeah.
And
She
so
put
what
on
is
some soft
Tucked
music
him in.
for it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, it really.
She's
okay, that
singing
makes
to him,
sense.
yeah.
So Enzo said that you put it over its eyes so it doesn't get frightened.
Yeah, you tuck it
Calm.
in. You tuck it in to go to bed.
Yeah. What does that have to do with her being Latino?
I thought there might be a cultural significance to covering the eyes.
Yeah,
That's
I
on
agree.
me.
I
I'd like
agree.
to
The
apologize.
soul.
Yeah.
I've been canceled.
Fuck yeah, you have, dude.
Tom's mom would have done it too. Gotta go over and bless its little soul. and
Yeah.
cover it.
Yeah.
Tom, top 5 influential.
Top 5 most influential.
I don't want to know Tom's.
that aren't on this couch.
I would say, you guys said Attell, obviously. A huge one for me. Daniel Tosh. I love Tosh. Louis, obviously. I love Louis. Rodney Dangerfield. I love Rodney.
Rapping Rodney, was that your
Yeah.
speed?
Yeah. I like
You
his
remember
late,
that?
Yeah, his late night
I've
thing.
seen it.
Do you ever see Rapping Rodney?
No.
It's really great.
Rodney, I watched a thing on YouTube. It's just like 50 minutes of Rodney just doing one-liner jokes. It's like a compilation, and I just was dying laughing. So he's so fucking funny.
Incredible.
And I think those are the most influential. But if I had to throw another one in there,
You do, because this was your idea.
yeah, it was. I'll go local. I'll go Pat McGinn. Love
one.
Pat. Yeah. I bought a jacket recently, and I went. Pat would wear this on stage.
You told me that.
Yeah.
And
Did you tell him?
No.
Does he know who I am?
No.
Oh, you mean that bartender?
That's pretty good.
All right, and we'll end it. Luca Farrow's top 5
I
most
hate
influential.
questions like these. I don't like.
Because Sebastian's the only Italian guy we know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
Sebastian.
No, I mean,
For
I'm with
Biglia.
I'm a big Louis advocate. I mean, Louis like. You
No,
know.
we mean his act, not the other stuff.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the difference between this
Get
side
him.
of the couch and that side
Louis
of the couch.
C.K. stand up. I like that he's very widespread. Could make anything funny. I don't know. Attell. I mean, I feel like everyone throws
We'll all
him
say
in just
it,
because
yeah.
he's so I don't
Bruce
know.
Bruce.
I really like Bernie
Yeah.
Mac growing
Bernie
up.
Mac.
Man.
Bernie Mac's pretty
Amazing.
killer. I don't know.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, I really do like his I swear to God. I mean, like
No,
I remember.
I have said this before. I'll say it again. Luca is a black comedian.
I like
We just need to get you on stage going, kick it.
Sure.
No, Cat Williams
That's
special. I forget Pimpin' Ain't Which one was it? Where he's in the green suit?
Oh yeah.
That's such a awesome. His act outs with his jumping around and his bits. I don't know if I'd put him in my top 5. I like Burr a lot. I don't know.
Burr.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't say Burr. I would throw Burr in there for my 5th. Yeah.
That's the other thing is there's
But I also
so
love
many
Nate,
good
too.
ones. Yeah.
But
And at different
influential
points of your career, they
Yeah.
influence you in different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100%. Well, so yeah, I was gonna say I really like Nate too.
Yeah.
It's just because he's so unique. I feel like there's
Yeah.
no other comedian that sounds exactly like him. But I mean, I have to give it. I mean, Sebastian's the reason why he was the first comedian I seen where I was like, I can do this too.
Man.
As much as it,
What a
which is why
backhanded
representation
compliment.
matters.
What a backhanded compliment that all comics get.
Yeah.
Like you make
I
me
saw
look
you-
like I could do that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, I know, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. But when a
'Cause he was doing the
layperson says
gabagool
that,
stuff.
Yeah.
when when a person's like, you make if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is a lot of work to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it look like that.
And I didn't know that at the time.
That
Sure.
also is part of the skill is making it look easy. I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the first stand-up comic you've ever seen? Like when you first
Live?
Well, no,
Or-
just saw him and you're like, that's what stand-up
I was
comedy
done my
is.
list. I put Jim Flanagan in there.
Aha!
Put Jimmy.
Nice.
That's really nice of you, but that's
Local,
like 7.
local mentor.
That's no.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. He's.
I'm
we're
not
gonna cut
changing my
that.
list.
Like, I'm gonna add other people.
I said what I said.
Who's like the first comic you saw and you're like, holy shit, that's stand-up comedy.
I either Regan or Attell.
Yeah.
Because Regan, it was clean enough that anyone could listen to it. I remember having his album Brian Regan Live as a kid, and that's all that's probably the first one because that's all I knew what stand-up comedy was. I had I liked CDs because I had fucking CDs of music, and I was like, oh yeah, this is just another thing you listen to. This is what this is. He was what stand-up comedy was.
So that was like your first interaction with
Yeah.
stand-up comedy. How
Mine
about
was
you,
this.
Jim?
My mom used to play Bill Cosby records.
Oh.
That's how old I am. Oh,
Luca, what was yours?
yeah.
Are you advocating for the
back
actions
in
or the?
back in 2017, my mom used to play Bill Cosby records.
yeah. Do you know what? I really do love Bill Cosby. I hate the comedy.
No, but I mean, it was really, as terrible as it is to say now, but that's what I grew up.
No,
on.
at a time, it was.
He was a
I
good
mean,
comic.
This might be controversial to say. He was a great comic.
Yeah.
Bad person.
A terrible.
That should be the
person.
name of his next album.
Most are.
Separate the art
Yeah.
from the
Yeah,
art form.
yeah.
The art
Yeah.
from the artist. Tom, go ahead.
My first, actually, the first stand-up comedy I ever heard, I was a kid. I was maybe 7, and I found an iPod at the park. It was just laying on the ground. I picked it up. I took it home. I put my headphones in. It was just Dane Cook albums on
Oh
it.
wow.
Nice.
And the first bit I ever heard was the Kool-Aid Man bit, where
That's
he's like,
funny.
where he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Busted through the
"Okay."
wall.
He's like, my dad's not gonna believe me that a talking
Dane
bowl
Cook
of
was
punch
sick.
Yeah.
busted through the wall.
We got to
That's
clean this up.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You found Vince Carone's iPod.
That's awesome. That's
super funny.
awesome.
Yeah, Dane Cook was the first one that I heard, and then as I got older, I'd listen to more and more, and then I got into Tosh. Tosh was the second one that I was really big into. I'm still
Tosh
into.
is
I
great.
love Tosh.
That first Tosh album,
yeah,
unreal.
I like People Pleaser, his newest one.
Yeah, I haven't heard
So
it.
fucking funny.
Bobcat's another one when I started stand up, who I was like, he's so good. I don't know. He had an album out at the
Bobcat.
time.
Yeah.
Dude, Bernie Mac, that's that you get the I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That almost kept me from stand up.
Huh.
I'm like, I'm
You go,
terrified
I
of these
can't do this.
motherfuckers.
That's pretty
These
awesome.
people
My
scare
voice-
the
I
shit out of me.
Yeah. Especially a black audience.
That's hilarious.
Any audience.
I am scared of you motherfuckers.
I am scared. You should go up on stage and do that.
Oh, I am scared.
Oh,
of
I
you
am scared of you,
motherfuckers.
motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
I'm fucking
Hit it
scared.
here in my car.
Is this anything?
Well, going to the
All
bar.
right, Luca, what do you got?
All
it
right,
was
last
far.
we'll wrap it up. My last. What was the question?
What was the first stand-up comedy you ever saw? And you're like, that's
First
your
stand-up
first
comic?
interaction with stand-up
There's
comedy.
a local guy, Sharky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to come to the park where I played as a kid and then try and get us to eat candy out of his
Yeah,
van.
he actually delivered me blood one time when I was dying.
Hey, when
And
you
that's
got
it.
it.
you got it.
He's
And
like, say it.
and he's
Say it.
and he's O negative.
No, first comedian. I think I mean, honestly, probably. Probably maybe Dane Cook. Honestly,
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
Dane
he
Cook was huge.
He was,
He
there
was
for a
like the
while.
first this is a guy doing stand up.
Yeah.
I think this might sound like an insult, but you would kind of have a little Dane Cook in you.
Sure, I'll
Yeah.
take it. It is an insult, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, Dane Cook ripped.
Yeah, Dane Cook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone shits on him. What's up with the shitting on Dane Cook?
So easy
He was
to shit
good.
on famous comics,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Matt Rife is getting it. Everyone
Oh, yeah.
gets it. And
Yo,
You
that
have a
guy's
little Matt
cisgender.
Rife in you. You have a little Matt Rife in you.
Yeah, what is your name?
pretty hot.
Christina. You look like a
You
Christina.
look like a fucking Christina.
Major red flags.
Bro.
Shout out Matt Rife. Be on the podcast if
Yeah,
you want.
Matt Rife, come on, please.
Bring some bitches.
Okay.
We'll
Is
take
this
our
the
shirt off.
last, I don't know if I'm allowed to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about this. Is this the last episode before?
I move. Yeah, yeah.
Like this is. I mean,
This might be the last
it's
one ever.
dragged
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. This is,
yeah, we'll wrap it up. It's freaking.
congrats, buddy.
Thanks.
I'm
man.
excited
Thank
for you,
you.
man. Thanks
He,
for having
he
me
has
on.
he has 10 going away parties. He's like, yeah, don't mention it. Yeah,
Let's not.
Don't
Yeah, well,
mention it.
I've exhausted it, and I'm trying not to think about it. But thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. We're gonna keep the pod going. We have a lot of episodes banked.
Yeah,
we
we
definitely
do.
have a big
Yeah.
catalog. So this won't come out for a while.
Good.
I
I have some apologies to make before this thing comes out.
And
Yeah,
then,
I got some
and yeah,
goodwill.
no, we couldn't have imagined a better guest than you, Jim. Having you come sit in the actual known as basement studio. You've been a great mentor for all of us here in comedy.
Thank you, Jim.
You're a guy we look up to.
Tyler's like filing his nails. He's like doing something else.
All right,
It
what do
means
you,
a lot,
Jim? Do you have
man.
any closing thoughts?
No, man. We're gonna miss you, buddy. And till next time.
Hell yeah! God bless you. Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams.
Take it
Cover
easy.
up the eyes
Yep.
on the deer.
Love you guys.